Hi, this is Cousin Russ. I'm going to do a special demonstration and describe about the equipment that we're going to use for a mobile Hangout on Air as part of the Deer Myrtle Ambush Cam. So I want to talk about the equipment. I want to start with what the equipment looks like um, all put together, and there's an iPhone and a bunch of cables and a simple tripod. So that is what it looks like at the end. And what I want to talk about is each of the pieces. This is probably the most important piece of the equipment. It's a USB microphone. It's very sensitive um, uh, but it is very sound. You don't hear a lot of external sound. The important thing is that the speakers speak directly into that microphone, not away from you. You got to be eating that microphone, but it's okay. Um, this the smart end of that microphone is the where the cable will go, and I'll explain all that in a few minutes. But there's other options. This is the option that we're going to use for the Deer Myrtle Ambush Cam. So we have a microphone, and we're going to connect it to a cable. And this cable lets me get far enough away from the iPhone so that I'm in the picture, and I can get away from the camera far enough with this microphone. And that's the microphone. The length would depend on what your needs. I think this one is like 10 feet long. The smart end of this whole contraption is right here. This is the splitter. This is the piece that goes into the iPhone. This is the cable, and I'll talk about this other jack here in a second. So when we get all this put together, we have the microphone, and the microphone connected to the cable. Then we have the cable, the other end of the cable connected to the splitter. And then we have another connection here, which I'm going to talk about right now. There's the jack that goes into the iPhone itself. What I found was helpful for me when I did the test is I had a set of iPod earbuds. It's just long enough. It's not as long as the microphone cable, but it let me get away from the camera. Now, since the way we're going to do it is going to be Deer Myrtle interviewing somebody in the field, there's no real need to have communications. But if something is happening that the people running the Hangout on Air need to get to her, we can do it through this headset. And it also has a portable external speaker that she has with her. This is the one that I use for the demonstration and training purposes. Okay, let's get on to the smart end of this whole device, and that is the tripod mount. This isn't the smart part, but this is how you mount it. There's a normal tripod mount that I put into the top of my tripod, and there is the mount that we have to mount the iPhone onto a tripod. So it's just a matter of screwing that into the tripod mount. I have a tripod, and that was the mount that was with it. I just added this the iPad or iPhone mount. There's also a similar mount for an iPad. We chose the iPhone for this adventure. So here's the iPhone, and here is the iPhone in its mount. It's as simple as that, and this is where it gets put into the tripod. All the piece parts are laid out here on the table. There's the tripod, there's the microphone, the cable, the splitter, the earphones, the iPhone mount that gets put on the top of the tripod, and the iPhone. And here's what it looks like. Again, when it's mounted, I was able to set it up there with the earphones and the microphone be far enough away that it could be seen in the Hangout on Air. I could hear my host, Mr. Andrew Hatchett, and thank you, Andy, for helping me do this. So we have tested it, and here's what it looks like from the Hangout on Air. This is taken from the Hangout on Air. Andrew and I were having a conversation. There's the cable for my earpieces. There's the microphone, and you can tell that I'm eating that microphone. But the good news is that there is no noise, and if you are in a crowd like at the conference, background noise, exhibit hall noise, it will be you won't hear that with this setup. So I thought I would show you what we're going to do, and that's what it looks like when you're. This is a picture taken from within the HOA, so we could demonstrate it. Thank you, and that does it for the day. Thank you, and have a great day.